want to be your buddy.
Hey, buddy. Buddy!
You got me mad now.
Time once again. Welcome to the Wrestling Compadres Slamcast right here on AfterBuzz TV. If you're watching us, we hope we're looking good for you. If you're listening on iTunes, we thank you. If you're listening on Podcast One, we thank you. We have a lot to talk about this week. Super fun show. I'm going to get right into it. And I'm going to introduce everyone, and then we're going to do some fun stuff. That's what we're going to do. We are at WrestlingBuds on Twitter. We are Facebook.com/WrestlingBuds. I am at Jay Quasto. Coming up, the Whistle Sports Epic Tour. We're hitting Jacksonville, Florida this weekend. So if you're anywhere near Jacksonville, hit me up on social media. We're going to be at the Florida-Georgia game, and I also have a comedy show on Friday night, so that's pretty cool, too. All right, everyone in studio, that man right there, that shirt is so cool, man. That's not the code word, by the way, but that's a really cool shirt. I didn't notice your shirt until just now. Anyways, he is the host of the Curtain Jerks podcast as well as the 16 Bits podcast. He was also at Hell in a Cell this weekend. You know, he's Scott Narver.
Scott Narver. Curtain Jerk Compadre. He's always there to save the day. Scott Narver.
That Oscar for Men on a Mission can do anything.
Right, he got a new acoustics.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
He did.
He did.
And thank you for the compliment on the shirt. And you're the worst spy in the world.
I know. I would not be very good in Get Smart.
No.
My show would be just called Stay Stupid.
No, you'd be taking the class of Get Smart.
Well, hey, you know, I'm a studious kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you, just enjoying your Coca-Cola.
I am.
From a can.
They're not a sponsor of the show, but thank you.
I mean, you know, you happen to be a soda fan, and there you go.
So refreshing.
Was that refreshing or
but
what?
But not a sponsor of the show.
You know what else is refreshing? The guest we have in studio.
Oh.
Yeah, not only did I go to
Hell in a Cell
with her this past Sunday, I was very, very glad to be in her presence. We had a great time. She's a friend of the show. She's finally back after months, and she's busy too. She's the in-arena host for those Los Angeles Kings. She is the daughter of a Broad Street bully. You can find her on Twitter at Carlin Baith. She's my girl, Carlin Baith. Oh God, I need a cool soundbite for. I don't know what. Wow! There it is.
Hi guys.
What's up, girl?
Thanks for having me back.
Welcome back.
We did go to Hell in a Cell together.
Mm-hmm.
We had some really amazing seats.
We did.
We had an amazing time, and we sat next to Coach's son, which was great.
We sat next to Coach Sutter's son, who's awesome.
He was so enthusiastic the whole time. Just knew more about wrestling than the both of us.
He had so many great ideas too.
So many great ideas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, we had a blast. It was incredible.
I loved his idea. He goes during the main event. He turns to me. He goes, "Hey, after this is over, Kane's coming back." I go, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Corporate Kane's coming back. I was like, are you sure?
I like your idea, but I don't think he's coming back after the Hell in a Cell with Brock and Baker.
He also turned me into a John Cena fan. We were just overcome with his love for John Cena that I think I fell in love with John Cena at that moment, and then you...
I did not.
But
I appreciate your sentiment.
It trickled into me. It trickled into me.
See, you were sitting next to him, so it kind of... It trickled into you, and then the trickling
and then it stopped.
Yeah.
And then it stopped at you.
It stopped. But yeah, he was really cool. And
amazing.
What else? We had some fun stuff happen, and I had something in my brain, and now I already lost it.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's okay.
What concessions did you guys get at the show?
Oh, we got an energy drink because Johnny had flown in straight from one of his
Jersey.
Where were you coming from?
Where you get your haircuts.
Yeah, where I get my. That is also not a code word, Scott.
I know that. Okay. I was complimentary of your haircut at Hell in a Cell.
Oh, thank you.
And I know you get your haircut strictly from Jersey.
Yeah, I only go to New Jersey to get my hair done. Whatever, forget about it.
I don't know how you sleep or when you sleep.
I don't sleep. I don't.
But the concessions that we got were energy drinks because
I don't drink them,
we had
but
to
I
pump them
had
up.
some of yours.
Get 'em ready.
And
Yeah.
I was very, very grateful for it.
Pumped up.
We have a very big announcement on the show, but Dale Rutledge is not quite on the line yet. So when Dale joins us, we're going to make the big announcement. Chuck Rice is actually on a plane right now, so we don't know if he's going to be able to join us this week, but obviously he'll be on next week. And we also have a really fun guest coming up. He's a friend of the show. We hung out at WrestleMania 30 together. Our boy Brennan Williams. Incredible story. Professional football player. A week ago, signed with the New England Patriots. It didn't work out, and in a matter of 24 hours, decided, you know what? I'm going to finally follow my heart, and I'm going to Booker T's training school in Texas. And he literally is driving to Houston right now, and as soon as he lands, as soon as he stops driving, we're going to get him on the line. And I just want to hear all about his experience, because he signed with the Jaguars this year. That didn't work out. Went to the Patriots, didn't work out. Now he's like, you know what? I'm 6'7", 300 pounds. I'm going to wrestle.
Stopped off in Jersey first to get a haircut, though,
He
right?
got a haircut with me. Yeah. No,
Okay,
he better be keeping those dreads. Kidding me? If you had dreads, you wouldn't keep. You keep them? I'd keep them.
Sure, yeah. Keep the ladies further away on my end.
Please grow dreads.
You got it, Johnny.
All right.
After my haggard beard of last year.
Yeah. That beard. Oh my God, your Lincoln beard. Mm-hmm. Yes, you totally should
No,
not
Lincoln would have looked at that beard and said, "Shoot that guy."
You should never ever go to Ford's Theater with that beard.
I did, and they shot it right off.
Who is taller, you or Lincoln?
How tall is Lincoln?
I thought he was 6'5".
Well, then I guess Lincoln and I are the same height.
How tall?
I am the man.
Am I just? Why is my torso the same height?
Because I'm all legs.
He is a lot of legs.
I'm all torso.
He's our Stacy Keebler.
Oh, okay.
He's all legs.
Yeah. Very low budget. Very low budget Stacey
Scott
Keebler.
Narver is our Stacy Keebler.
George Clooney just keeps calling.
That might be the greatest comparison I've ever come up with you for something.
Yikes.
I'm so proud of myself.
Hey.
All right. I want to make the big announcement, but I gotta do it when Dale's here.
Gotta wait.
Come on.
Yeah, you
Dale!
There's other things going on.
There is other things going on. So let's get right into...
We were at Hell in a Cell.
We're at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, we were.
Your experience, Scotty.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That's
it?
it. No. I've never
son
seen
of a-
Hell in the Cell before.
Okay.
It was the first one, and it's weird to think like, oh, this is so cool. This is my first Hell in the Cell. So there'll be one Hell in the Cell, and then there'll be the other Hell in the Cell within the same night.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that you're watching the warm up Hell in the Cell match with Reigns and with Wyatt.
How good was that?
Very good. And then you get to see the real one. I love the show. It was a lot of fun. I was next to the weirdest wrestling fan of all time who bought a lone ticket. And I'm not knocking on the lone wrestling fan. I've been that many a time. But man, was it awkward and weird.
Was he talking a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Was he showing off things like
Brand new Apple Watches.
stuff like that? Or
No, not exactly.
is he from...
Hawaii.
No?
Could have been. Tried to talk to him. Didn't work. He didn't respond back. He would only speak in loud internet sound bites.
Like LOL
That's fair.
or like.
They're booking this wrong.
Really?
Oh.
He was yelling stuff like that?
All
Why
night.
didn't you live tweet his things that he was saying?
Because they didn't want to ruin Hell in the Cell for everyone.
Oh,
So
got
he
it.
was next to you
So nice
and
of you.
just smarking it up.
The entire time. And it went from like, this is really awkward, this is hilarious. This is uncomfortable. I'm about to lose my shit just laughing. But I'm there with Mark Rosecca and Steve Sears.
Did they hear it?
Oh yes, everyone within 4 rows was just all in on like yeah. Oh, he's saying something again.
Oh no!
How
Just
often?
let it happen.
You know what could have happened? RKO! One of you should have done that.
Oh, I tried, but the seats were too tight on my knees.
Oh, that's true. Those Staples Center seats are not kind to the 6'5" and over.
No, not at all.
Sorry about that. I'll put in a good word.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are there almost every day.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Never sitting though. Never enjoying.
You ever walk around with this one at Staples Center? Everyone knows her. Everyone knows her.
Guys.
Except the 4 horsewomen kind of stuffed you. That was
Oh
weird.
man, I tried to say hi and they were busy trying to get their tickets, so
know.
it's okay.
Did any of the horsewomen say hi? Is there
Well-
one of them that's the kind one?
Oh, they're all super nice, and I met them a while back at a hardcore show that we went to, and one of two things could have happened. They didn't recognize me because I cut my hair and I look like Justin Bieber now, or they were
Well.
just super focused on getting their tickets, and I'm sure a bunch of people bother them during that.
Either
you know.
way,
I've just been upset.
it was a bummer.
It was okay. They're still nice.
But everyone else, we're walking around, and everyone's like, everyone who works there's like, oh, hey, it's you, come on, and like, you know, all the people that like not the vendors, the ushers.
The ushers, yeah.
Usher. Yeah, the ushers.
Those are the luckiest people in sports, honestly.
Yeah.
They get to, or anything, actually. They get to watch, like, all kinds of concerts, sporting events, wrestling. And it's cool because Patrick, do you guys know Patrick? He goes to PWG a lot. He's also an usher at Staples Center.
Possibly.
He gets to, like, request, you know, like, oh, I'm going to work the WWE event. So he's, like, not only working, he's watching. And it's just a great thing for them. I'm
awesome.
jealous. It's
It
cool.
is pretty awesome. And also, it's funny, too, because so many people kept running up to you and be like, hey, the Kings were playing during the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So, like, hey, you want to know the Kings score? You're like, I got it.
Yeah, we're all set.
Thanks. Trying to enjoy the show.
I'm good.
Yeah, Hell in a Cell. I don't know if you see it in front of us, but that's what it is.
That's happening.
You get very Norma McDonald-y during that moment.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Give me a hell yeah!
So, overall moments, what was your favorite moment of Hell in a Cell?
Oh, boy. Well, 6-man tag was actually really nice. How over Cesaro was.
Oh,
just
crazy.
pleased my little heart.
Yeah.
I love that man with every fiber of my being.
That's a decent amount of fibers.
It's a lot of fibers.
A lot of fibers.
And just the crowd popping for him left and right. I don't know how many times he swung around Wade Barrett. I can't even say it. Swung around
I think
Wade
we got
Barrett.
I think it was 20.
Something crazy like that.
Something like that.
I
yeah.
lost count, but I was a little kid. I felt it. It was great. I also loved Bray Wyatt in the cell. Oh my gosh. You were tweeting kendo sticks. Factory's running out of kendo sticks.
A lot of kendo sticks.
Just tables. Oh my goodness. That was also my first Hell in a Cell live event that I've ever been to. And just seeing the cell drop in slow motion.
It's so much bigger in person.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's incredible.
The structure, how well it's put together.
Yep.
Because I've worked indie shows where there's been a steel cage match, and that they look like Fisher Price toys compared to that Hell in a Cell just dropping down. It's intimidating.
Yeah, it's super scary.
Nobody went on top of the cell though.
I really thought Bray and Reigns were going to do it.
I remember because you were worried about Undertaker and Lesnar. You did not want to see
Let's keep on our feet, gentlemen.
any of the guys. Yeah, any of them break a leg or something like that.
They did beat the holy hell out of each other.
They did.
I mean, what was your favorite moment of the whole show?
My favorite moment was the main event.
Yeah.
I was so pumped up for that. The video package, everything happening. Just, it was, I think, the second or third time I've seen Deadman Undertaker live. I always went for Undertaker Badass Biker version, but I rarely have ever seen Deadman Undertaker. So seeing that and Brock, and I was just pumped. And then they bled right away. I was like, good.
Immediately.
I got what I wanted.
Yeah, immediately.
I got blood and Hell in a Cell. It's not too PG.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's funny you mention that because it happened so fast. So her and I were sitting there, and the match started, and right away it was like really physical. I was like, man, something tells me these guys are going to bleed. And then I look, I'm like, oh, they're already bleeding.
Yeah.
I didn't even see.
They came out bleeding, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
We didn't notice.
I give him credit, man. That was really, and then the ending where Lesnar gets the low blow, and I mean, I lost count of the F5s, the tombstones, the choke slams, the German suplexes on Undertaker.
The shoving of the medic.
Shout out, first off, round of applause for that medic. The physical therapist in me is very, very proud. Very, very proud of that medic.
He had his first Hell in a Cell match.
That's a sweet bump. Can you imagine it being that guy telling your friends hey, you watch Hell in a Cell? Yeah. You see me? Nah, dude. I'm the guy that got pushed. Oh.
Way to try and stage him.
Yeah. I would say you're right. I mean, I loved seeing ADR come back. That was.
Oh yeah.
They swept that under the rug. They kept it quiet.
I had no idea. No clue. I think everybody and their mother had different predictions about who was going to come out and challenge Cena, and that was not one of them.
I mean, I loved your pick of Daniel Bryan. I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what the guy next to me was screaming during the match as well. Just kept screaming for Daniel Bryan as though he was going to stop it all and interrupt it.
Did you at least take a still
unzip
picture?
himself out of Zeb, zzz, I'm Daniel Bryan.
Did you at least take a photo of him?
No.
Did he look like a character from South Park?
Yes.
They're sticking our games! Like one of them?
No, I would say...
Was he wearing I'm a Paul Heyman guy t-shirt? He had to be.
No.
What was he wearing? What was he wearing?
An older Brock shirt that he cut the sleeves off of.
I like that.
Nice.
I'd say the character that he was comparable to as politically correct as I can.
Speaking of shirts.
You know, speaking of shirts, Carlin, that's a very nice shirt.
I did cut the sleeves off of this shirt.
It's an incredibly nice shirt that you have there.
My
it's
best
a Bruno Sammartino, and you cut the sleeves off, but that's amazing.
My best friend Chris bought this at Goodwill.
Oh, okay.
And gave it to me. He's always on the lookout for good wrestling T-shirts, and he bought this.
That was at Goodwill?
Or thrift store. Might not have been Goodwill.
Sure, but still.
Yeah, some sort of thrift store.
Someone did away with it.
Someone gave this away. I'm gonna assume they grew out of it because there's no way you would just toss.
I assume it was Vince McMahon's shirt when they had the falling out, and he's like, I don't want it anymore.
Could have been.
Burn it.
And Triple H is like, you should hold on to it.
Keeping it.
You guys can be friends again one day.
You're keeping that shirt, I can tell you that right now.
All right.
But yeah, so much good stuff from this weekend, and I believe it's about that time, everybody. It's time to not only make an announcement, but to bring in one of the founding compadres. You can find her on Twitter at TheWalkingDale. You can find him on YouTube.com/DishingOnMovies. He's also in Washington, D.C. in quite the noisy environment. Where the hell is he? I don't know, but he's Dale Rutledge.
I got a puppy.
I got a puppy?
Bad news.
Dale.
Well, I guess he got rid of all that background noise.
All right, well, there
Dale?
it goes. There it goes. I don't know.
Dale just left again?
What a tease.
I don't know what's happened, but
He knows how to make an entrance.
Let me call him again.
Yeah,
And
let's try it.
exit.
You know, Washington D.C. is quite a big city. I don't know what's going on there. You know, but that's the beautiful part about podcasting. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen on the Wrestling Compadres.
Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah.
What if something crazy happened?
Like
What if a Hell in the Cell dropped above him and now he's got to fight a medic?
Oh, God.
I am bleeding, but I am here.
He's back. He's Dale Rutledge.
I got a puppy.
I got a puppy?
Bad news.
For God's sake, are you being abducted by the Wyatts?
I can neither confirm nor deny that claim.
God, man. You know, it's funny. I was at a coffee shop last night trying to get some work done, and that song came on. I literally jumped. I was like, ah, lights. I was waiting for the lights to go out, and everyone's just staring at me. I was like, nah, it's just I like that song. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
I like that song. I don't know. Dale, what's happening?
Not much. Sorry, I was a little tardy to the party.
You were tardy for the party, but you know what? We waited to make the big announcement. So, are you ready for the big announcement?
Oh my God, that was fun. Ready?
After 90-plus episodes of the Wrestling Compadres Slamcast, we finally have T-shirts! Woo! Yeah! It took us a while, but thank you to @TheClementW and @Pocket_Wookie. They came up with designs. People liked them, and we said, you know what? Let's do this. And thank you to Pro Wrestling Tees and 1 Hour Tees. We officially have a store on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Do they have sleeves?
They do have sleeves, but you can cut them off.
Yes.
All the shirts are hand sewn by Chuck.
Yeah.
That's what he's been doing.
That's what he's doing in Houston. He's
He's a
hand
busy
designing
guy.
the shirts.
Jeez.
So Dale, I mean, I love the shirts. I'm excited for them. I hope everyone who says they wanted shirts actually buys the shirts. So we make Pro Wrestling Tees proud. But we'll see.
Hey, we took a vote on what everybody wanted to see. We made those ones. We made additional ones. They're really rad. I don't see what could be the problem here.
I don't either. I already ordered mine, and I will say this too. You know, I listen to a lot of wrestling podcasts. We don't have any advertisements. We don't, from start to finish, we just do show. We do show, we have fun, and we don't do any of the maybe someday we will. There's a lot of wrestling podcasts. The first 6 minutes are ads. And then there's another ad and another ad. We don't do any of that for you. So if you can support us, and hell, Dale and I put a couple $1,000s into this show. So if you could support us by getting these t-shirts, not only are they dope designs, they're very comfortable, and take a picture, show us you wearing them, we'll put it on social media. We'd appreciate it because it's been a long 2 years, and we're very proud of the show, and we're very proud of the shirts, and we're also proud that we just give you start to finish good podcasting, y'all.
Hold on a minute, player.
That's right.
Well said.
That $2,000 was mainly on snacks. Imagine what we spent on flights to WrestleMania and other stuff like that.
Actually, it's more than a couple grand because not only we bought our own audio equipment, promoting every week on Facebook. It gets a little pricey out there. So
Now it costs a lot of money to be here. I mean, geez.
Carlin has
got a big bill.
Carlin's running rider is $750, no less.
Yeah. And snacks. Plus snacks.
Plus snacks.
Did the all white M&Ms arrive finally?
That's okay.
Damn,
Yeah, they're.
We forgot about that. Don't mention them.
Okay.
M&Ms.
Oh,
Sorry. Now she's gonna get pissed off the rest of the show.
I'm
She's
really
gonna beat up
upset.
Scott. I don't like when Scott gets beats up.
I'm really
I
upset.
meant for Narver.
No, but that's what's so cool about you guys is that you don't have advertising, and the people are what keep you going.
I mean, don't
the
get me wrong.
listeners,
If
the
pe-
retweets.
If people want to sponsor us, by all means, great.
Hey,
But
that's cool too.
You know, it's cool too,
Coca-Cola.
but at the same time, though, we're very proud of the show, and you know, we give it to you start to finish, and it's been 90-some episodes, and we haven't asked for much, and now we're asking you to, you know, a lot of people have said we want T-shirts,
And they're cool.
They're really cool.
T-shirts are cool.
Yeah.
It's not like you're asking them to buy like a I don't know, a planner or something.
I already had someone. Yeah, right. I already had someone message me like, "Hey, I've been a big fan for a long time, but I can't afford a shirt." I'm like, "How do you? If you listen to podcasts, you can afford $20." But
Yeah,
hey,
that makes sense.
do what you got to do. But nonetheless, thank you
So
for all
you
the
didn't
support.
berate him, right? It almost sounded like you berated him. Hey, if you listen to podcasts.
No, but I was just like, if you don't have to tell me, just okay.
Right.
It
He
just,
choked him out with a T-shirt.
yeah,
Hey, yo.
that's what I did. So that's our big announcement. We're very excited about it. You'll
Makes
see all the
a great
posts on Facebook
holiday
and Instagram.
gift.
Makes
Oh,
a great
yeah.
holiday gift. It's a great holiday gift. So thank you guys for wanting the shirts. Thank you for supporting us, and we can't wait to see you wearing them at events and just wherever you want to go. We're very proud of them. So let's get into it. We already talked a little bit about Hell in a Cell. Dale, what was your favorite moment from Hell in a Cell?
Oh, I mean, it had to be the finish. I still have questions, and I have seen Raw, and I still don't know what's going on. But I thought that was such an interesting finish, and it made me excited for something that kind of felt like a final note for The Undertaker, like the last match ever against Brock Lesnar, blah, blah.
Sure.
And to have him lose, too, I was also a little surprised, a little, I don't know if disappointed is the word, but definitely, you know, it was a nice way to have it, both guys who I wanted to win, Wyatt and Undertaker, to have something new and interesting to do. That's all I really want for people. It's not really about winning and losing, I guess, at the end of the day, although Wade Barrett did get pinned exactly how I feel.
I gotta ask.
But, you know, it was great. I like that part.
Now, I know last week we talked about how every single pay-per-view you pick Bray Wyatt, and then you followed up with, yeah, but it's probably not going to happen. What face did you make when Roman Reigns beat Bray Wyatt? I know the noise was,
I just farted. That's all. I didn't even make a face at this point.
You said, I'm so mad.
My bowels disagree.
You just let loose on the couch. Oh, man.
No, I'm pretty sure it went like figures or
Yeah.
something like that.
Oh, that sucks.
But he got vindication the next night on Raw.
He did.
Yeah. Actually, Wade Barrett got the pin. Who did he pin on? It wasn't Ryback. Who did he actually get the pin? It was Bubba, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was one of the Dudleys.
And then it was a Santino-like celebration. He was doing barrel rolls and all kinds of stuff.
Hey, barrel rolls are a good celebration, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do them all the time.
I do.
You know, I will film you next time.
That sounds creepy. I hope you put a shirt on me.
Probably not. Hey, Scott, do some naked barrel rolls for me, all right?
I'd rather wear a shirt from ProWrestlingTees.com/wrestling, compadres.
Hey!
Music. I'm the champ
Oh.
my music.
Wrong button. I meant to say.
What a maneuver.
That's what I was going for.
I love that button though. So good.
Now, let's talk about Bray Wyatt. Man, that promo he cut on Monday Night Raw was fantastic. Here's a little excerpt from it.
I am feasting on the soul of The Undertaker, and I want more. I have to have more. I need more. And I will not stop until there is nothing left of The Undertaker.
Damn!
I'm hungry.
I have heard that same speech from Scott Narver at a pizza buffet.
Hey!
True.
Yeah,
That's why that sounded
you get
familiar.
Narver at a
quench it.
CC's, it's over.
CC's.
CC's Pizza. You
Is
ever
that
see
next
those?
to Jersey where you get your haircut?
I don't know. I've seen commercials for CC's Pizza forever, and I'd never seen one. It's like Sonic. Growing
Saw
up.
one in Ohio. That was the only time
See?
I've seen one.
There you go.
They have mac and cheese pizza.
Oh.
What?
I don't know how I feel about it, but
Road
it's there.
trip.
Yeah,
Let's go.
definitely do it.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
It's like growing up in Pennsylvania, I would see Sonic commercials. I'm like, where is the Sonic? I want to go.
Next to my home,
In,
Orange County.
Don't
There-
stalk him.
well,
You come to the Irvine Comedy Club sometime.
Yeah.
We'll go see a show. We'll go get Sonic.
Wait, where do you live? Because I've been to a Sonic in Orange County.
in the Laguna Hills area.
Mm-hmm. He's one of them rich folks.
Oh, that's cool.
Meanwhile, Dale is in Washington D.C.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Hey,
I'm just walking to CC's Pizza, you bitches.
Oh, you son of a!
Yeah.
Hey, man. Guess what? We got a new country.
Mex America.
What you think about that?
I did not see that coming. I thought for sure they were going to be having. Oddly, that was the least awkward of conversations I felt like they could have possibly had. That was very cool, and ADR was like, Mex America, obvious.
Yeah. Nicely done, Flag.
Nicely done, Flag, especially when ADR grabbed it to like splay it out, and the half American part was, closer to Zeb, and the Mexican part closer to ADR. I thought that was a good visual.
It was.
But I still don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Now, ask me this: what was your thought when you heard the Real Americans music and you saw Zeb rolling out on a Rascal at Hell in a Cell?
I thought it was a new push for Jack Swagger. I'm pretty sure everybody must have thought
Same
that at
here.
least for a couple seconds.
I did.
Right?
Wow.
I think I turned to you, Johnny, and was like, seriously? Jack Swagger?
I did a 360.
Yeah, we were.
I looked around and everyone had the same look of exasperation / confusion / hey?
I was screaming, let him talk. Let Jack Swagger talk.
And then people were like, oh, maybe John Cena isn't taking a break. Swagger was not going to leave as a champ.
Nope. That was very, very confusing. Definitely something that... I mean, we had heard that he was back in talks with WWE, but they did a great job of keeping the signing, I guess, if you will, under the wraps.
Yeah, I'd heard some rumors that his Lucha agreement was kind of up in the air, so I thought, maybe there was a possibility, but it didn't cross my mind. It didn't cross my mind it would happen this quickly.
Yeah, well, the thing is with Lucha Underground, I mean, we know it's happening, which is really cool. Tapings begin in November next month, but I don't think the budget is what it was last year. So, I mean...
I think that's fine. I mean, I heard they're adding more sci-fi elements to it, so it could be more of on the post-production side, but I don't think Lucha was ever about what stars were there.
Yeah.
So people like ADR, who were probably sucking up a lot of the budget anyways, aren't really necessary for Lucha to continue its successful run.
Now, you bring up a great point, because there's no doubt ADR, he got paper. Like,
Money!
He got a really good deal with Lucha Underground. And you're right, it's more about the product than one person.
And they got a good format where that's a show that's seasonal, and they could have characters come and go, and their storylines are new and fresh. It's not about a guy being there week to week to week to week. So they can have other guys come in, and then if he comes in a couple years down the line, if they're still going,
yeah,
it's all new stuff.
You're absolutely right. And they did a great job of bringing him in. And, man, he looks good. I mean, him and Cena were great. And then last night on Raw, both matches. Whew.
He's so tan now.
Real tan.
Real tan. Nice and ripped.
Any other adjectives?
He's bummed about it.
It's cool. I was stoked. Yeah.
Wow. You really just...
He looked great.
ADR's giving you the feels.
It was English. It's hard to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you already knew that.
I already knew.
Yeah, it's good to see him back and U.S. champion. I don't know what this whole Zeb thing is.
It's ironic is what it is, Johnny. Do you get the irony in it?
It's very
totally
ironic.
So is he managing him? Like, was it...
I don't know, because
What's
even
happening?
after last night, when ADR won his first match, Zeb put his hand out, he stared at him, and he was like, okay, white man, I trust you. Like, it wasn't quite...
So that's the thing now.
What is he, Native American?
Is that what it sounded like?
Yes.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry.
Smoke 'em peace pipe.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And what if that is a thing now? What's the longevity in that? What road does that go down? Where does...
I don't know, because I couldn't figure it out, because he got such a big response in L.A. and San Diego, because clearly we're near Mexico. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing they want him to be a heel because he called Neville a immigrant. Yeah. But the thing is, ADR being gone for however many months and him going to AAA, him going to Lucha Underground, really got him over with wrestling fans. They saw how much passion he has. They saw how amazing he is. And so I thought right away, bam, he's going to be a huge face, but I guess not.
I think initially it's that, we're so happy he's back, and then they'll keep saying stuff that'll make everybody mad. They go to Middle America and say they'll just rip in everybody. I can't imagine. That's not a duo act that seems like good guys.
Mm-mm.
I mean, Zeb's on a Rascal, though. How do you not like a guy on a Rascal?
That's true.
John Laurinaitis.
Oh, wow. That is a great point.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Did you know I got a tweet on Raw last night?
Oh, we got to give you a shout out. Yeah, so
that was crazy.
What tweet was it?
I just made some non-dirty, totally PG tweet because I was getting kind of bored, and just wrote something, and I saw the tail end of it show up on the Raw scroll.
Attaboy.
And I was like, what? Wait, what happened? And before I could find out, everybody said, I saw your tweet, So it's kind of neat. The WWE actually, pulls and sees stuff and will post it up there if it's not totally filthy.
That's great.
There you go. After your tweet, I put up one that I definitely knew was not going to get on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
I just said at this point, they could have a large battle royal for all of the men Summer Rae has led to the ring. Not dirty,
I
but true.
favorited it. I thought that was funny.
Not dirty, but true. I mean, already, her and Tyler Breeze, what's up with that?
She moves quick,
She's a regular AJ Brooks.
AJ Lee?
She's AJ Brooks now. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not know. Oh man, she switched her name.
She's got to take that TV time where she can get it, Johnny.
I get that, but
are you upset that she's not with Rusev anymore?
No, but she just got done saying on television 2 weeks ago, I'm independent now. And
now she's independent with someone else.
Now she's clubbing it up in the middle of an arena in a tiny little VIP section with a rope.
Do you think MVP could get past that rope?
MVP could rip that rope in half. I'd like to see it. What are your thoughts on the Tyler Breeze debut? He got into it with Ziggler on SmackDown and then just sat there and ate candy on Raw.
I don't know what the hell is going on. I know they're about to sell a bunch of selfie sticks with fur on them, but I don't know what's going on as far as his actual debut. I don't. Was he supposed to be distracting Ziggler in some way, or I didn't really get the whole point.
Well, on SmackDown, they had a skirmish between the two of them. So he attacked
Right,
him.
but I mean the Raw though. He literally just came out and ate candy. He didn't really do anything.
Yeah, he just sat there with Summer Rae, so it's I had your girl that you passed up, and now I'm just here. I beat you up before. Nothing really happened, but he was just there. So I guess that's the idea, is that he's just going to hang around him and be obnoxious.
Could be.
I think something cool will come of that, though. I love his presence. I loved his presence in NXT when he debuted on SmackDown. I felt like he was ready. He didn't seem nervous or anything. You know what I mean? His mic skills are incredible. I don't know where they're gonna go with it, but I feel like where they are gonna go with it, I'm gonna trust them. And I really like the two of them in general. So
it seems like a perfect Survivor Series team-on-team scenario. Team Ziggler versus Team Tyler Breeze, and they have all their guys, and if Tyler loses, it's because of all those idiots that he had on his team, something like that, and it's the first tease to their big match,
Plus, I like one thing that Ziggler said on SmackDown. He started complaining about all these millennials who don't want to earn anything, so it could be kind of not Ziggler saying I'm the old guy, but it's experience versus spoiled brat, that kind of a thing. Together though, wow, that's going to be great stuff to see.
Yeah, I think they've both got explosive personalities, and in a way, Tyler Breeze kind of reminds me of Ziggler in a small sort of way.
Yep.
But it was cool to see Ziggler on SmackDown kind of not be the old guy, but kind of take the more mature route. But he's always been the show off, the pretty face, the whatever. And now it was kind of cool to see him roll his eyes at him, oh God, here's what's happening now in 2015.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I know, right?
So
these kids today.
Yeah, these kids today. So
phones on a stick.
I think it'll bring out a different I think it'll bring out a different side of Ziggler, which is kind of where he's been going toward anyway, a more cool, hip, less of I'm the hat guy.
And you know who else has an explosive personality, Mr. Rutledge? That girl Paige, just beating people up, turning on her friends left and right. I am loving it.
I thought that was a great match too. I mean, it was. I know people are tired of the multi-woman matches, but I thought it was a solid bout. And then to have Paige turn, which we all kind of knew was coming, but I was glad to see her do it again, because I think Paige versus Charlotte for the title was pretty inevitable anyways, and this is a good place to start for like Charlotte's first defense.
It's funny too. They had that little segment backstage where Paige was talking to Conan, of course, and I like when Charlotte was like, "Hey, if I find out you attack Natty, there's going to be consequences." That's the thing. We still don't have that answer yet, and so I can't wait for the Paige Natty feud if that's going that way. I think it's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I wonder because they're kind of building two separate programs with Paige. I feel so. I don't know. Are they gonna have her versus Natty just kind of be the television feud, and then have versus Charlotte for an upcoming pay-per-view, or they're gonna try and do something a little more creative, maybe do a three-way or something?
Unless Paige immediately starts a challenge for the Divas Championship, and then Natty causes her to lose, and then that leads into another avenue.
I like where you're thinking.
It's not often I think of good things. But every now and then.
You get at least 10%, I think.
Thanks, buddy. And then we had Kane, that damn demon.
My God, my God, my God!
Carried out crucifix style by the Wyatt family. So we got Survivor Series coming up. 25th anniversary of The Undertaker.
And Brother Love.
And Brother Love.
Yeah, let's not forget.
No, I will never forget Brother Love. I guess we got the Brothers of Destruction reunion, right?
Wait, what's the tone in your voice? Like,
I'm asking.
Is that what's happening?
Is that a question?
Well, no,
Are we
not
gonna do that.
No, not in that way.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
That's what
to
I'm
me,
asking.
it'd be a cooler. I would enjoy it if they were away for longer, but it's only gonna be a month, I guess.
Well, they're getting to hang out, both tied to a chair or hanging on a rotisserie, being slowly turned and cooked. I'm not sure where they are or what's happening with them, but they've been abducted.
A large rotisserie.
Very large rotisserie.
Wow.
Well,
See, I had hoped that when it went down for the pay-per-view that Undertaker was going to kind of become part of the Wyatts for Survivor Series, or something along those lines, a little more. Now I feel with Kane also being taken that it's just building two different Survivor Series teams or something. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it'll be an interesting anniversary, I suppose. But I'd rather see him doing something new and interesting rather than just rejoining with Kane to take on the Wyatts, of which we'll definitely lose.
I love the idea of the team thing, though. I just don't know who you put with Undertaker and Kane on a team.
The obvious answer is Ambrose and Reigns, but then again...
What about Fandango?
Well, what? Sure. I like that. By that, I mean I don't. I
don't know. Do you go Dudley Boys? Do you go...
Who would you do? Would they be on the same team? Kane and Undertaker?
Yeah,
or would they
got,
each have their...
You got to think Wyatts have their team. It's the whole Wyatt family.
Right,
Yeah.
against...
And then it's Taker, Kane, and who?
Reigns, maybe.
I don't know.
Well, I think Reigns will be busy fighting for the title.
You think that's the main event? Or maybe not the main event, but that Survivor Series is going to be Reigns and Rollins?
I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a number one contender for it and then push it to two pay-per-views from now, I would think.
True.
Right.
It is
Forgot
Survivor
about
Series.
that.
And it is for the title, so it'll be in the middle of the show.
Yeah, it's 4 matches in.
Isn't that weird? At Hell in a Cell, the Intercontinental Championship match was previously the Divas match. Like, it was the buffer in between the main events.
And to be honest, that was not Ryback and Kevin Owens' best match at all.
No,
Not
but
very good.
I mean, that it was in a bad spot to have that type of match.
I almost forgot about that until you just said it.
It felt like there was time constraints to it, for sure.
Yeah. That's what Johnny was saying when we were watching it live. Like, well, that was a weird finish.
Well, I remember
very quick.
We were almost an hour in after match 2. After Cena, ADR, and after Reigns and Wyatt, it was legit 55 minutes in. I was like, man, some matches are going to have to get cut.
Divas match was real short, too, yeah?
It was good, though.
It was
it
real
was real
good.
good.
Yeah.
That Alabama Slam from Nikki, that was a thing of beauty.
She impresses
That was
me.
crazy.
Celebration.
I will celebrate that. That was a great Alabama Slam, and she was super aggressive on Raw too. I'm give her a lot of credit. Great stuff to see. Unfortunately,
I love Nikki Bella. I know that people gave her so much crap, and we've obviously debated her character in plenty of ways. But I just think that she's great for the business. I think she's great in the ring, and I even Brie has kind of grown on me recently, maybe because she's talking less and wrestling more.
yeah,
I'm not sure, but I even liked Brie on Raw.
Right. She was getting the kicks in. We didn't hear any of those. Come on, Nikki! Like we didn't have to hear any of that. which is nice.
They just got to give something to Alicia. She's got to have something.
Yeah.
Her being there, she needs to just say that she is Isabella when everybody else goes, no, you're not. And you're like, yes, I am.
Sure.
Just something to hold on to. I like her being there.
Foxy's great, man.
But just have her be obnoxious in some way. Give her something.
Smash some soda cans again. Do something.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. Becky Lynch, she's always the victim in every single like triple threat match. I think her time's coming. I don't think people should, because people are starting to say, "Oh no, what's going to happen?" I think she's going to be just fine. It's just unfortunately you got to play your position sometimes, and there's only so many matches that can go around, only so many victories. I think Becky Lynch's time is coming. She looks I mean, she's incredible in the ring, and she's got a great character, and she's good on the mic. I just think right now she's just a little bit behind in their plans compared to like Charlotte and Paige. Mm-hmm. And then again, we're not seeing
you can't focus on every single diva at the exact same time. So I think it's better to have people that you want to get better positions that are waiting. You know, I think I kind of like, and I disagree a little. I think that she could use some more mic work training or something.
Sure.
Love her in the ring 100%, but I think of the three of them, I think she's definitely the weakest on the microphone.
I think the Divas division, what you were just saying, though, is a good problem to have.
Yep.
Without having all that talent and just having to pick and choose who's going to have their time and whose storyline's going to get pushed right now and who's the face right now and whatever. Like, that's a really good problem to have, to be like, who do we choose from?
Yeah.
Like, instead of just being like, well, we have to use Charlotte because everyone else stinks. It's like we're arguing like who's going to get more time because they're all that good.
And don't forget, Bayley could be doing the same thing.
Oh, I love her.
And I do like how in NXT they're starting to bring up other females to have more matches on TV and stuff like that too, which we'll get to in just a little bit. They must realize that we haven't mentioned them yet on the show, and it wouldn't be the Wrestling Compadres Slamcast without a mention of the New Day. So let's throw up those unicorns. Throw it up. Throw up that unicorn, everybody. They retain at Hell in a Cell, which that made me happy.
It was great. It was great.
The biggest crime at that show was they were not selling the unicorn shirts at the merch stands.
I was shocked.
I scoured the merch stands.
Did you scour?
I was gonna scour and then immediately buy one. Didn't have it.
I'm sorry to hear.
Is it online though? You said you saw it online?
It is online, yes. It's an amazing
sweet. Yeah.
shirt. And I like to think that it would have been a sea of blue, a magical blue in that crowd had they sold that shirt there.
That shirt is so badass. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that Xavier's gone. Big E and Kofi were fantastic together last night. Both their matches, they were aggressive as hell, and when they tiptoed that line. They were funny one moment and then sadistic the next, and that's being great heels.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
And you felt Xavier's presence. It wasn't like they were taking over and you're like glad that Xavier's gone. Like you still felt his presence even though he wasn't there, and it was like,
You know why, right?
Why?
It's unicorn magic.
Throw it up! Throw it up! Throw it up!
Throw it up! Throw it up! Throw it up!
It was just incredible. It was a great balance of everything.
So good. Dale, it's just New Day, man. Come on. Okay.
Oh, we're talking about shirts.
He hung up. He was so mad.
I don't know what's happening. Dale, are you there?
I have to have Dale muted to call Brennan.
Are we calling him? Are we calling him right now?
You mentioned shirts.
Oh no, we were talking about the New Day shirts, but that's okay. I don't think he's ready yet, so let's go back to Dale if we can.
Should we explain to everybody
Dale, are you back?
What the shirts mean?
Yeah, I'm here. Just cut me off whenever you like. It's fine.
I was giving Steven a code word, but we started talking about T-shirts, but that wasn't the code word. We just were talking about how much we love New Day T-shirts.
Again, the worst spy. You would make the worst spy.
I'm sorry,
but at least now we can cut off Dale whenever we want.
Yeah, at least
you tell secrets before you even ask about the secret.
At least we can cut off Dale whenever we want.
Good thing nothing worse happens too when you mention the code word, but they're not just like off sniping people and then but you said just shirts. No!
Oh!
Someone's just laying in the street because of you.
Will you stop?
Dale, New Day, go enjoy.
Yeah, man. I actually missed Xavier being on there a little bit. I think
of course.
I think he kind of reels the other two in a little. I think they did a great job as far as what they were saying, but there's something about his delivery that is just spot on that I noticed his absence for sure. But that's too bad they didn't have the T-shirts. I actually was saying when I watched Raw how I need to buy one of those shirts. But I think when they're new stuff, it takes them a while to like get it all together and ship it to the different venues or whatever.
That's probably what it was. Either way, Scott Narver was none too pleased.
No, because your guys' shirts are ready and ready to ship everywhere.
They're ready to ship. I mean, I don't have any on me. I'm hoping to have them in a week or two so I can sport them.
Yeah, sell them out of the back of your car.
I will sell anything out of the back of my car. That sounds weird.
Yep.
I said it, and in the middle of my sentence, I'm like, this is not going to end well. And right away, I had immediate regret. Immediate freaking regret.
On the digital vinyl forever.
All right.
But I think Kofi versus Reigns was one of my favorite matches of the night on Raw, by the way. I thought that was a really strong match for both of them. And
so good.
I was trying to remember if we had seen that actual pairing before. We probably have, but it just felt new and fresh because they're both on such a good trajectory right now.
Well, how about Big E and Ziggler? How great was that? Mm-hmm. Fantastic stuff.
I was distracted by the velvet rope. I couldn't,
oh, yeah.
Couldn't focus on that.
That was a little weird. What they call it? Is that called a VIP section or something?
I don't know.
I don't really know.
You wouldn't know, would you?
Oh, you son of a...
Snap! Oh, snap, son!
Yeah, okay, Dale, so I have to wait in lines, okay? What else do you want to say?
And you got to tip the bouncer.
Yeah, I got to tip the bouncer, and then he still pushes me off to the side, because there's hot chicks that have to get in the club, okay?
It's me and a bunch of my guy friends. Let me in.
My bad.
Is this why we don't get anywhere when we hang out?
It's amazing when you hang out with Carlin Baith and you still get denied, and that's because of me.
Wow, you're really doing something wrong if you can't even get in, Carlin.
If only I knew that was.
I am the man.
All right, let's move on. I think we pretty much covered everything from Hell in a Cell and Raw. Obviously, Reigns and Rollins, they're going to do the thing. Looking forward to Brothers of Destruction, seeing what they're going to be doing. NXT, really enjoyed the background story of Apollo Crews. That was awesome, and he's had a hell of a history. And just an incredible athlete, incredible dude.
Are you guys watching, or have you watched it yet, the Breaking Ground show?
I haven't had time, but I will be. I hope.
It has Apollo on there as well, and he just seems like a really genuine, awesome dude.
I'm telling you, NXT, they bring in, and Bayley's another one. Bayley's she's an incredible person. They bring in really, they don't, skills matter, but they also want to make sure that you have a good head on your shoulders, because that's not an easy environment to be in, you know.
Yeah, interesting counterpoint to that is Baron Corbin on Breaking Ground pretty much seems like a douchebag.
Oh, well, that's not, then that just reaffirms how I feel about watching him.
That he's your favorite still?
Yeah, you love Baron Corbin.
Scott, if you say that one more time, I'm going to yell at Carlin, okay?
Dad, no!
Your beard is a little sideways.
I shaved it. It's fine.
Oh, man. Yeah. Whatever.
He's your favorite, right?
There is someone out there who's like diehard Corbin.
I know some diehard Corbin fans.
You're lying.
I do. But that's because they're friends with him in real life.
Oh, well.
So that,
I mean,
they're just
his mother and father.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, but I know one Baron Corbin fan who doesn't know him personally, who is just a Baron Corbin fan.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Does he watch NXT?
He does.
Okay.
Just a big, I think, because he has a dance.
Does he just like big dudes or something?
I think so.
Actually, no, you missed it, Dale. Carlin goes, I think because he has a Danzig tattoo. Well, that makes sense.
But he
does ride a motorcycle too, guys. Did you know he rides a hog?
Oh.
When he first debuted, he said he was going to be the next Undertaker. So.
What?
This isn't me. I'm not like, this isn't like a code for me having said these things and then, you know.
He said that in public?
In public, yeah.
Someone needs to take him to
Suplex City, bitch!
Yep.
Just my humble opinion.
Well, he should aspire. So, you know, that's great.
Hey, good
He's
for
going to be
him.
the next Undertaker.
James, yeah, right, there you go. Oh, boy.
I'm sweating, because I didn't say it. It wasn't me.
That's okay. James Storm made his debut. I was a little surprised. I don't know if there's a deal in place. Match was okay.
He could be TNA World Champion. Bring that to NXT anytime. He's got some points, right?
I'm not a huge Storm guy, but hey,
no,
more power to him. No, there's plenty.
He was never one of my favorites either, but I mean, he's a good worker.
No, he's a good worker, but I mean, there's other guys from the roster of Impact Wrestling that I think would be better suited for.
You like him better than Corbin, though, right?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Yes.
I was worried.
Yes. He's above.
One thing that is absolutely sure is that everyone from TNA is pretty much ready to bounce. They're just popping up all over the place.
Yeah, which we're going to get to. Well, hell, let's jump right into it. By the way, Dash and Wilder beating up Enzo and Cass. I love Dash and Wilder. I'm so glad they're finally getting TV time. Those dudes are great. Really good team together, too. So that was fun to see. But yeah, Dale, you mentioned people just jumping all over the place. So Global Force Wrestling had tapings over the weekend. I think they've been doing tapings for weeks, but they've kind of kept them under wraps besides their Twitter account. I tried to do a little research. It wasn't easy because there's no footage, really, aside from random phones tweeting things. But like a whole lot of titles change hands. They have a women's division, which is cool. I think Christina Von Eerie is their champion now, and she's badass. But PJ Black, Nick Aldis, formerly known as Magnus, Bobby Roode's involved. Another guy from TNA who's gone, I guess.
What's Magnus's other name?
Nick Aldis. Aldis.
That's his real name, I think, isn't it?
That's what he's going by now.
Okay.
I think that's his actual name.
Yeah, he may be the GFW champion. I'm not quite sure. And Brian Myers, amongst many other people. And I even heard that my buddy Stu Stone, who was my broadcast partner at Championship Wrestling for a long time.
Is he a champion?
No, he's not a champion. But apparently he was there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Is he doing commentary?
No, I think he's a character involved with something. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Interesting.
Shoot him a text.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, what you doing?
I did. I shot him a text, and
Too big for you now?
Maybe.
Clearly, this happens a lot.
Not
just in lines to the clubs.
I think it's something wrong with my phone. Maybe it's my Hotmail account.
That's why the Four Horsewomen didn't talk to me.
Yeah.
The fact that you still have a Hotmail account is already speaks volumes.
I'm making the transition to Gmail. I'm starting to use it.
That's true. I emailed you a couple of weeks ago, and it bounced back. It's like, even Johnny realized now to not use Hotmail anymore.
My bad. Yeah, my Hotmail had some issues. I had to...
To defend you, once you have an email that everyone knows and uses, it's hard to just transition. It's like transitioning your phone number all of a sudden.
It's just I know everyone giggles every time I say Hotmail.
Just like that.
I'm making the transition.
Another T-shirt idea coming.
What?
Something with you and a Hotmail account.
Something with Hotmail?
That's not code.
Johnny Hot Quasto mail.
Oh, Jesus.
T-shirt.
No, thank you.
Johnny, how many points do you have in the TNA World Title Series?
I have 0.
Really?
Which doesn't put me that far behind everyone.
I thought you would have had a draw at this point and had a point.
No, I did email them, but it bounced.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems unfair.
Another problem with my Hotmail account. Apparently Dale got cut off again, so if we can give him a call, get him back on the line, and then we'll move on from there. So, have you heard anything about GFW? They're taping. I don't know what... I think they have some kind of deal in Europe. I don't know.
Somebody had asked us if we were going to start covering their shows.
Which we're trying.
As though it was out and available this week.
It's not.
Yeah. I looked for it too, and I went like, I don't know where to find it.
I heard there's some kind of deal in Europe, but I don't know anything else. But I got that tweet as well, and I'm like, sure, we'll talk about it. I just don't know exactly what's going on. And
if you have a Global Force Wrestling bootlegs, send them
or call 1-900. No. So yeah, I mean, hey,
call Mean Gene.
Call the hotline. Yeah, you got to keep it under wraps, I guess, until you don't want everyone to see stuff. But it seems like they have a solid roster. I saw Reno Scum was involved. I like them a lot.
Wait, so where can we see it?
I don't know.
I blacked out. We didn't figure it out.
No, I mean they have a Twitter account, which they post a lot of stuff from.
So who's in the crowd? How are these people at the tapings?
Well, they filmed in Vegas.
Okay.
At the Orleans, but I don't know anything else. So. Just, people asked us to mention it, so therefore we mention it.
Cool.
World Title Series with Impact, Aries and Anderson. Holy cow, was that a great match. So good. Aries ends up coming out on top. Anderson does a Finley roll off the second rope or the third rope, I couldn't tell, and then Aries did a massive superplex. I mean, these are two Wisconsin guys who literally, because they told me stories when we were overseas together, they did road trips together back in their first couple years of wrestling, back when they were barely getting booked, and they've known each other for so many years, and that chemistry really showed. They put on a hell of a match, but Aries is now tied for first in his category. He's got 4 points. Yeah,
it's weird because you say they started up together, and I feel like that was totally fresh. I've not seen them really wrestle before.
You're right. That's a good point. Yeah, they did stuff back in the day in like the Midwest, like the whole Wisconsin circuit, if you will, or Minnesota. But I know
the cheese towns,
all those cheese towns.
Mm-hmm. There's more than one.
Green Bay's a big cheese town.
Wow,
it's delicious too. Oof, so good.
Oh, brother. Hey, so what, do we know the deal with Austin's contract?
There's no contract. He did a couple tapings after he left, and this is all part of the World Title Series because I think they were taping way ahead of time because I don't think they knew what would happen after Bound for Glory. Clearly, by having Hardy drop the title.
I imagine.
So they wrote him off, and then they brought him back.
Well, no, he left on his own free will.
No, I know, but I mean, storyline-wise, he had that match, but then he was kind of missing for.
Yeah, they brought him back for a bunch of tapings because they know that he pushes the needle and people want to see him, and so he was like, "Cool." He's a free agent; he can do what he wants.
It's very head scratching the entire thing.
Well, yeah, TNA is head scratching, but for him it was easy. It's like, you're gonna pay me to show up.
Sure, I'll wrestle, and I got points for a World Title Series. I guess I heard about that on television.
Exactly. EC3 cut a great promo about how his family abandoned him and how he's more dangerous now, and I believe everything EC3 says. I mean, he continues to be the beacon of hope with a company that doesn't have a TV deal.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. This and Global Force Wrestling, where it's just kind of up in the air. We know Lucha's coming back. It's more grounded. There's something in place, but this is weird with everything else not having security amongst all the WWE gigantic powerhouse.
Yeah.
I wish there was more stable ground with all of it.
Yeah, still no new news. They said something about India, and obviously they're doing tapings in January over in England. But that's all.
Yeah, it's their annual tour.
That's all we got right now. So I don't know how long this World Title Series is going to go.
2016.
It might.
Here it comes.
All the way to 2016.
All the way to India. Yeah. Where the one guy whose name I can never pronounce wins it all.
Oh,
with the weirdest dance on the planet.
She-Ra.
Yes.
Not She-Ra from
Princess of Power.
Right. I pointed at you and I said, you look kind of like, remember She-Ra?
I was wondering.
From He-Man?
Pointing at me.
Were you a He-Man person growing up?
No.
Do you know what He-Man is?
No.
Okay, well, She-Ra's like a superhero with wings, so it's a compliment.
She-Ra's his sister.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did not have wings.
What year was this?
Dude, she flew.
Her horse had wings.
I thought
you idiot.
You dumb.
Wait a minute. I thought She-Ra had wings and she was able to fly.
No.
Well, you think a lot of wrong things, so that seems fine.
You sure?
Wait a minute. So what were her powers?
It's like He-Man. She has a magical sword, and then like it goes from just her being it's not Aurora. Do you remember what it is, Dale?
Ooh, I don't know, but I like the name you said. It sounded fancy.
And then she turns into She-Ra with all the power, and then has the magical sword, and then her horse. Then it's like Cringer. Then becomes a Battle Cat-esque, like a flying horse,
like the horse from Neverending Story. Well, that wasn't a horse. That was a big white. What's that thing?
It's like a
It's like a dog worm.
Oh. I'm just saying. Am I an idiot for thinking that She-Ra should fly instead of a damn horse? Am I wrong?
She flies upon the. You gotta sell two toys.
He-Man didn't fly, so I don't understand the real connection here.
Yeah, but he lifted a lot lot of weights and he was strong.
How do you spell it?
She S-H-E-R-A.
That's the best line you could actually say.
I'm just.
S-H-E.
I don't know. Just throw up the unicorn.
Throw it up! Throw it up! Throw it up! Throw it up!
Throw it up.
Throw it up!
Throw it up. Yep. So
why is everyone throwing up over there?
Yeah. New Day's causing a lot of bulimia.
So yeah, EC3 and Lashley had a pretty cool match. EC3 wins with a low blow in the 1%er, and that pretty much covers Impact right now at the World Title Series. They also replayed the main event from Bound for Glory with Hardy and Hardy and Galloway and EC3.
Yeah, it's a weird show. It's a weird show right now. Bums me out.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes me sad. I love so many of those guys. I just want it to be all good.
That was very, it almost made me sad the way you said that.
Yeah.
It's true, though.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. Scotty, do you get the video game?
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming today.
Okay.
Coming to the house, but I'm not there.
Wait, you're getting it delivered. You pre-ordered it.
Yes, pre-ordered it through Amazon.com.
I've heard of that.
Not a sponsor of the show.
You can get on the
you can get
that on the interwebs, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go to buy.com and get it, Johnny.
What's
through your Hotmail account?
I've never heard of buy.com.
See, Dale gets it.
Wait, could I get
Brand new Apple Watches
on buy.com?
I'm sure you'd sooner get IBM watches on there.
Oh, like an old compatible watch.
Yeah, I'm saying everything a little old and out of date for you, Johnny.
No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
So it's coming to your house soon.
Yes. Well, you'll be watching
Did you get,
He can burn
did
it
you
on
get
it.
anything for pre-ordering it, or anything cool special comes with it?
The Terminator.
Oh, right.
Which will
Everyone's
be
favorite wrestler.
That's
you-
the first character I'm playing with.
Can you put it on a CDR for Johnny?
Points, Carlin.
Yeah.
Points, Carlin.
Give me a hell yeah.
Or a floppy. I don't know if it'll fit though. You might need like 6 floppies.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Getting it on the Xbox One. You a gamer? You doing this?
Oh, I'm not a big gamer, no.
Okay.
I do have gaming systems at my house. I was a big Assassin's Creed fan. I just don't know how to play it that well. Like,
Right.
That's really the only game that like struck my fancy. But
So you don't know how to assassinate people well? You instead
No.
like help them out with jobs and stuff?
yeah, like I'm just a very helpful person. So like killing them is just like not in my in my DNA. But I was a big Sims person. The Sims.
I don't understand why.
I spent hours with that game.
And
God.
you never know what they're saying.
No, and that's the best part.
They gotta pee, Johnny. They gotta pee. That's what they're saying.
It's amazing.
There should be a WWE Sims game.
That would. Oh my God! I would play that till the end of time.
There's a lot of wrestlers over the years that talked like the Sims during promos.
Kamala.
Kamala, I love Kamala.
Oh, the Caucasian Kamala line by New Day at Hell in a Cell. They were gonna slap on
and
Bully
the belly?
Ray's or Bubba Ray's.
Caucasian Kamala on his belly. That was, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I love
a great
that.
line.
I love that.
That was
But I do love that shirt, Carlin.
Thank
That is a
you.
great shirt, just so you
It
know.
is a great shirt, guys.
But yeah, we've pretty much covered just
Sniper
about.
bullet.
We pretty much covered just about everything. We're gonna try and get Brennan Williams on the line right now, and I don't know, Dale. Anything else on your mind right now, per se?
You getting the game, Dale?
I don't know. I got the last 5 games.
Okay.
So that means you're probably gonna get it.
Yeah.
120 people you can download. I mean, God.
They start in the game. You don't have to download them all.
Yeah, that is pretty insane. I don't know if he's on the line. He might be.
Hello?
Sounds like he is. It is time for our introduction of our very special guest. I can't wait to talk to this dude. He's had quite the last couple of months. He is a professional football player. He's been with the Houston Texans, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this past week, very briefly, with the New England Patriots. We hung out at WrestleMania 30. He's a friend of the show. He's now on his way to Houston, Texas to train with Reality of Wrestling and Booker T. Find him on Twitter at Great Black Otaku. He's Brennan Williams.
What's going on, buddy?
Dude, you tell us what's going on. I can't even keep track of your life. So,
What is going on?
man, so you signed with the Jaguars before the season started because, didn't work out with Houston. You had some injuries. And so let's start off with Jacksonville. So what happened there?
I got a little bit of a small injury in Jacksonville, and I just couldn't get back just quick enough. Like, I was good like a week later, but they needed me that week. So we parted ways, and then I was waiting back in Massachusetts for a call from the Patriots a couple months later.
Okay.
And then that worked out for about 2 days, and then that's when, decided that we were just going to go all out with this,
Wow. Okay, so after the Jaguars, that was the end of preseason, I guess, is when it didn't work out. Did the Patriots show any interest for those next? Because you kind of had to wait for like 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, you know what? I was planning on leaving and coming and doing this about a week ago. The whole Patriots thing delayed it by about a couple days, but I was expecting to not get any calls, so I was just going to go ahead and get started. But outside of that, they called me on Monday right after Raw. It was like an 11 p.m. booty call, and they said they wanted me to come in and get a physical. The physical turned out good. Had a practice the next day, They said they didn't think I would be ready soon enough, and then here we are.
Wow. So
walking into my hotel room in Houston as we speak.
That's amazing. It's nice they gave you enough time. Like they're like, let's let him watch Raw, and then let's call him.
Yeah. No, I appreciate. They understand me, so I appreciate that much.
But so the physical went well. What was the problem that they didn't think you'd be ready?
I just had one practice, and I figure, I thought I had a pretty good day, but so far it's either acclimated to different practice, different offense, all that. But for whatever reason, they didn't think. I don't know if they needed me sooner than I thought that I would, or they thought that I'd be ready, or what. But it's kind of just how it works out.
And deep down, at Reality Wrestling, when you were living in Houston with the Texans, you were always front row every show. You got to know the roster. And let's be honest, kind of your dream majority of your life. You kind of had two dreams, but I think pro wrestling has always been the bigger one, right?
Yeah, you know what? It's definitely, it was both, but I've gotten to do the football thing. So I got my dream was to be in the NFL, and I was in the NFL. So now it's time to go after that next one. And I really feel like, I'm supposed to be here. Everything's worked out this way, and I'm excited to get started.
That's awesome. Who did you contact first about going to Reality Wrestling? Like, do you have Booker's direct line, or who did you hit up?
Yeah, well, actually, I didn't have Booker's number directly. I think I lost it, weirdly enough.
Jesus.
So I texted Charmel, and then Charmel gave me Book's number.
Wait,
and
tell me you didn't just say that. You didn't lose Booker's number. Come on, man.
I don't know if I ever had it. That's the real question.
Oh, okay, that's true.
But, Charmel gave me the hookup.
They must have been thrilled to have you.
Yeah, I'm excited to get started. I think I don't really have that much of a plan yet, but I'm here. So I think I'm going to try and get started tomorrow.
Wow.
I don't have anything else to do but work out, so figure I put in a couple hours every day, 5 days a week. I might get pretty good at wrestling in a couple months,
I think obviously it's a long road, but I think you're ready for it. And you already that sounds like your little boy right there.
That is my daughter, yes.
Oh, your daughter. I knew you had a kid. I took a guess and I guessed wrong. Damn it.
Johnny.
I'm sorry.
50-50 chance.
Well, maybe how old is she now?
She is almost a year. She'll be a year on New Year. Or not New Year's, Christmas Eve.
Adorable. So what's the plan? So you're in Texas now. Are you guys going to start looking for a place and then just kind of go full tilt?
We have a little pre-furnished place set up. It won't be ready till the 30th, so we're going to move in there in a couple of days. We're in a hotel until then. And then we're going to, hang out here for a couple months, get ready for hopefully a tryout to be hanging next year.
And I'm going to use this opportunity to put your wife over. It takes a strong and really cool woman to hop around the country, let alone say, babe, you want to be a wrestler? Okay, let's do this.
You are not lying.
Man, and she's lovely too. It was great hanging out with her last year.
What does she think about all this?
She's been extremely supportive. I appreciate her every day. I appreciate her all this 13-hour drive from Jacksonville to Houston. Everybody's been doing good.
That's awesome. And so right now, what are you weighing at? You're 6'7". Are you still over 300?
Yeah, still a little bit over 300. I think I want to get down for my knees' sake.
I was gonna
say, I feel like I look pretty good.
Yeah, because you and I talked about this. Because last time we hung out, we both said eventually you're gonna be a wrestler, and you definitely don't want to stay over 300. You're like, oh hell no. I'm thinking, honestly, you could probably get down to probably the high twos easily, and that would be.
Yeah, if I get down to 280, I will be extremely satisfied.
Yeah, and you still do a lot of damage at 6'7".
I look dead.
You're not getting rid of those dreads, are you?
No, I can't.
Good. Please don't.
Together.
I was going to say, and you already got. I can only imagine how many ideas you have for the, for your character and stuff like that. But first things first.
Well, you guys know when you're a wrestling fan for your whole life, you planned out these scenarios in your head since you were a kid. So I've had plenty of time to try and figure out what I was going to do.
Yeah.
Well, with those scenarios, who down the line, if active wrestlers still going today, who's the one wrestler you want to go up against?
Nice.
I keep getting that question. I keep on saying John Cena because that's where that's the big time. If you're going against John Cena, then you're the man, right?
You better hurry up.
I think he's got like 15 more years left in him.
Sheesh, maybe.
Be the young upstart that takes him out.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be cool. They need a new superhero, man, and you know enough about superheroes.
They do. It's been a while.
Between have you ever talked to Xavier Woods before? Because it seems like you guys have a lot of similar interests.
Yeah, I actually just saw him. They were doing some, or actually no, they had a Raw up in Boston when I was in Boston, and they had a house show up in Worcester, and he had a Windjammers tournament at one of the arcades up there. So me and a buddy went over there and hung out for a little bit.
Sweet. There you go. Well, dude, I'm excited for you, man. Like, it was just incredible because you and I were, I think we were texting right as you found out about the Patriots. And you're like, "Yep, on my way to New England now." I was like, "Cool." And then I find out in a Yahoo.
Wait, never mind.
Yeah, dude, I find out in a Yahoo Sports article because I'm in New York last week and I'm going on Yahoo Sports and I see this article: former NFL athlete joining WWE, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, it got blown like way out of hand. I was very surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really cool because, when I decided, I was like, screw it. Because originally I was going to try and be quiet about it, trying to start training, and then if I got a call from anywhere, then, I take the call. But at this point, I'm just like, let's give this a shot and let's go all out this way. So I had no problem announcing it. After I announced it, then I got all these calls, and I think I was trending on Facebook yesterday.
Whoa.
So,
hell yeah. Well, how about this? I got an idea. So obviously this is the beginning of this new journey. You just got to Houston with your family. How about every couple of months you check in with your old compadres and we see how the journey's going? We could be your official Brennan Williams news desk update team.
That sounds like a plan.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate it. I know it's been a crazy trip, and so thanks for taking this time out to talk to us because it's such a fascinating story. And, we've seen how many football players have successfully made the transition, and we're very excited for it. Your daughter's obviously excited. We hear her.
Yeah, she's pumped. She's excited.
Does she have little arm tassels on?
She
has her Ultimate Warrior arm tassels on already. She's ready to roll.
Yeah, of course.
Shaking the rattles.
Big arm.
Awesome, man. Well, great talking to you. Say hello to the wife for us, and man, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
See you,
brother.
brother.
For having me on.
Of course. That's cool, man.
That's so cool.
People chasing dreams.
Mm-hmm.
We're all doing it. And
the nice thing about it was that when we were hanging out with him and his wife at WrestleMania 30, like he talked about this. I mean, this is something that he definitely wanted. It isn't some kind of like consolation prize or anything for what life is supposed to be like. This is something he was adamant about from the get-go. He just wanted to ride the NFL wave as long as he could to see where it took him. But I mean, this was always the plan. He was telling us stories about doing wrestling gimmicks inside the locker room and when they were having their huddles and stuff like that. I mean, it's in his soul.
It really is. And, it's tough because to get to the NFL, there's no easy road. He clearly worked his tail off and dedicated his life to it. And obviously it didn't work out like he had hoped because, he was a third-round draft pick. Third-round draft picks are generally expected to have a decent run, but unfortunately he had some injuries with his knees and sometimes you can't ever predict injuries. And he's done a great job coming back. And just like, The Rock's injury at Miami got derailed by injuries. Warren Sapp ended up replacing him. And then he ended up going to the NFL, going to WWE, and the rest is history. So Titus O'Neil, former college football player, Mojo Rawley, is Goldberg. I mean, so many guys.
Ron Simmons.
Oh, he's in the College Football Hall of Fame, I believe. Yeah, and so God, I'm so excited for him. I really look forward to, and it's such a great training school. Booker and Stevie and everyone will take great care of him. And I think once he gets out of football mode into wrestling mode, where he starts slimming down, it's going to be so much easier for everything, for his body and stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome for him. He took the first step, which is the hardest step, and then now...
Convincing your wife.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But what you were saying, you got to work your tail off to get to the NFL. You got to work your tail off to get to the WWE. So it's nice that he has those attributes already instilled in him, and hopefully he can go as far as he sees himself going.
Yeah.
And just flip and do it, man.
Flip
you can
and
do it.
Incredibly intelligent guy, and he's been a good friend to us. I mean, heck, we met him because of pro wrestling, and he's awesome to hang out with. His wife is adorable, and we just really hope the best for him, and looking forward to getting those updates.
Wait.
I know he's going to go for it.
Johnny Baron Corbin, former football player, right?
Oh, right.
Right.
It's a little ironic. This news breaks, and then John Cena goes running away.
All right, it's been a fun show. Scott Narver, put yourself over.
You can listen to my comedy wrestling podcast, Curtain Jerks, available on iTunes and SoundCloud. This week we got Mr. Wrestling Memes himself, Tom Anstey, on the show.
Cool.
And we have our unusual cast of characters. This week we have Devon's Forehead, Ric Flair, and more. So you're going to want to listen to that. You can follow at Twitter, at Curtain Jerks.
I can only imagine what Devon's Forehead has to say.
He had to say a lot. He sure did.
I'm sure he does. Carlin Baith, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, guys. You can find me on Twitter at Carlin Baith, CarrlynBathe. Hard to say, hard to spell.
B-A-T-H-E.
B-A-T-H-E. Also, I have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Carlin, and I do a vlog. What do you call it? Vlogs. I can't even say my own thing that I do. I have a vlog that I do. I release one every Thursday, so check that out, too. If you enjoy me as a human.
Did you give that Ric Flair Funko Pop away yet? Or what's going on?
I did. I gave it to someone who wrote a very nice write-up about how it was his birthday. He was a huge Kings fan and a huge wrestling fan.
I love it.
So he took the time to share, comment, and like. So I was like, you know what, Louie? You're getting it.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
Love it. And it's great to have you back on the show. You know you're welcome anytime. And
thanks, guys.
Another friendship that developed because of pro wrestling.
Absolutely.
Up top.
Gosh.
Love it. Dale Rutledge, put your ass over.
You can find me on youtube.com/dishingonmovies. We have a vegan biscuits and gravy recipe.
Say what?
It is delicious. That's right.
Dig it.
And you can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at TheWalkingDale.
Boomtown. Follow Chuck Rice at CRice17. He is in Houston, Texas, but I believe we'll be able to get him on next week. So CRice17, hit him up, throw him up. And at Wrestling Buds, Facebook.com/WrestlingBuds. I'm at Jay Quasto. Like I said, Jacksonville, Florida. This weekend, next weekend, I already forgot. Where are we going?
He needs some sleep.
The Taj Mahal.
I think the Taj Mahal. I think we're going off the grid. No,
Bucksport, Maine.
Something. Jacksonville this weekend. And also, most importantly, guys, please go to ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingCompadres. We have 4 really cool designs for you. And I believe we have the photo. If we don't know Biggie. But yeah, you can see all 4 designs, and we really think you'll enjoy them. And try to support the show. Take pictures of you wearing them, and we'll blast it out on social media. And we can't thank you guys enough, because if we didn't get a strong enough audience, making shirts would have been pointless. And so it's been a lot of work over these past 90-some episodes, but it's all been worth it, because we've had some amazing experiences, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
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 To the Taj Mahal.
No.
Dale, damn it,
what?
you didn't.
I miss
Sorry,
you,
can we
Dale.
do it again?
Yeah, over these last 90-some-odd episodes, we've had some amazing experiences, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, where'd you get that haircut, Jersey?
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Am I doing something wrong?
Buy our shirts. We'll see you next week. We love you.
Wrestling buddies want to be your buddy.
Hey, buddy. Buddy!